Yeah, so continuing with the Salesforce data part of it, first we look at the data loader. So for that, first you have to download the data loader from Salesforce. So for that, go to data under setup and click on download data loader for Windows. It will download the software for you. Run the software and install it in your machine. You will need Windows Java 32. It will load auto. If you click on the exe, will take you through the steps to what is needed to install. Once you have that, uh, it will launch a screen like this. So one more thing I need you to do in data loader is I need you to do the get a remote site settings. Why do we need now what happens is when we log into Salesforce from data loader, it will ask you not just for login and password, you also need to it's a two-factor authentication. You also need to give it one more token, security token, so that you'll have to generate from your user like login in your from your org. So how to do that is you go to again setup and under your under your name icon over here, select settings, and under this personal use under your this baby icon under this, select click on settings, and once you click on settings on the left panel you'll get the my personal information. You have all this data here, so you need to go down here and click on reset security token. When you click it, it will ask you for your reset text security token. Click on the reset security token. It will send it to your particular email. So two things is first install data loader. So it will send you the token. The token will be some kind of an encrypted number like this. Copy this into your notepad. And save it somewhere. And now once you have this data loader running, what you need to do is if you have any, first of all, you need to see if you have any proxy. If you have any proxy, you can give the proxy settings. So if you select on settings, you can leave all the defaults now. But if you have any proxy, you need to enter the data over here. Okay, right? Otherwise, you can just leave it. And so when the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to export some data out. So click on export. What we're going to do is we're going to work with the student marks and student master. First, we are going to take student marks, export the data out, and then import the data back. Delete the records and import the data back. Let us see how to do it. So select password authentication, enter your username, your password, and immediately paste your token. Copy the token. Whatever you have typed your password, after that immediately paste your token and click login. Everything is fine. If everything that you've done is fine, if you have the security token generated, you will get it. You'll be able to log in. Your security token is under your this baby icon under set type settings, personal information. Under personal information, click on reset my security token. Okay, so click on now click on next. Now it's going to show you all the objects. So now let's select student marks 2. Yeah, we select student marks 2 and we are going to select one, extract one. So this is takes it's going to extract the data and put it into the data loader folder. Just copy this for so that you don't need to go searching for the folder every time and put it over here. Yeah, so now let's get back here, and now the first thing we do is we're extracting this data. So that's fine. So let's select student marks. So what data loader allows you to do is insert, as you can see here, insert, update, delete, upsert. So it will ask you which fields you want. You can select all the fields for now, and here you can specify the criteria if you want to base it on some particular criteria. Yeah, so you can say extend the screen so because You can add conditions like, so that it will extract only the data. Right now we're going to take all. So see, when you select all fields, it has selected all the fields here, your system fields as well as your custom fields that you have created, subject mark. So let's create. It says, do you want to perform? The operation is in progress. And then it says 5 successful extraction. So let's look at it. View the extraction. So it shows us the entire thing. All the data has got extracted. Okay. So we can now finally open it in the Excel file. Click on this. So the extract one has. So if you go through, there are some system fields. The main thing that we have concern with is the fields here, the marks and the foreign key ID. See here, please pay attention here. This is the foreign key ID of the student master. We have a master detail, right, between master and marks. So this is the foreign key ID of the student master. And rest are the system fields who created. If you look here, this is your user ID. If I take this and put it in the against the URL, I'm going to get the user information. It's going to navigate to me. So it's basically storing the user details of who created it, who's the owner of the record. All right, and this is the record ID of that particular record. Now, a couple of things we need to do here is, so let's do one thing. Now we go back to the student master record. So basically we exported the data. So what we can do is we can go to student marks. And if you see all the data records here, let's see. So what we'll do here is it has got some 55, 34, 45. So what we'll do, we'll try to do an update from outside. Okay, 55 and 34. So for that, we need to do some. So now we're going to do an update. So first and foremost, what we're going to do is we are going to change this values to 96, 76, 56, again 98, and there is no subject mapping here, so we'll skip that one. So let's clean this table. Let's remove the last one which doesn't have a subject mapping, because I don't want the records to fail. This is something you need to ensure. Okay, you need to have the correct master record associated with it. So right now I have associated taking the same values, only I'm changing the marks. So I'm going to save this as extract one for update. Let's see how the update works. Now I'm going to head back to the and use this file. Okay, so now this operation is over. Let's finish. Yeah, so now let's look at update. I'm not going to do an upsert, and in this update I'm going to now select the object. Again, it's going to be my student marks 2. Now pay attention here. I'm going to select this file which I am changed the marks. I'm going to click next. So it says I have 4 records. That's fine. So now this is important. Now here what it is doing a map from the CSV to the Salesforce table. So it needs to know, right, what column from Salesforce you create. See, Excel needs to map to what column in the object. Now the advantage of exporting first all records using database data loader is it already gives you a correct templated Excel file. You don't need to go and pre-fill the names over here. Otherwise it is a hard task. So the advantage of when you do an export using data loader is it will give you a templated with the correct field names, everything. Okay, you just have to change the data. So that's the thing. So right now we have the field name. So let us, we don't have an existing map, create a map, and let's do the auto map. When you can also physically do the mapping. You can do clear mapping, like you can drag the ID this way. But what we'll do is we'll clear map, and right now we'll do an auto match. So it auto matches the fields. So mark C, because the field names are matching. Otherwise, you can physically also drag them and map them. You can save the mapping to an SDL file called as student marks SDL. Save it. So you can use this for future process. Okay, so now your mapping is done. Now you're good to go. Now let's do the update. Now it's going to ask you like where you want to store your error records. Let's use the same thing, or let's use the same folder. Desktop also is fine. So it's saying you're choosing to update. So let's see. So we ran fine. So the records got updated. If there are any errors, it will throw the errors in the with the error reason in the system, and you can check it and you'll have to rectify. You'll have to clear those fields. So now head back to student marks. Say 55, 34. Now let's refresh. See, the data has got updated. Okay. So what I wanted to do is first practice this, set up data loader, get your security token, export the student marks that you created, go through the file, make the correct changes to the marks, and then update the record, and then we can proceed.